Welcome.
It is your host, Isaiah Smith, and I want to say a word today about gang stalking. Now, I've said in previous videos that I realize that no government is perfect. And the reason no government is perfect is because people are not perfect. And because people staff governments by proxy, governments are not going to be perfect. I understand that. Of transparency. The people have a right to know what's going on. Okay? And especially with the advent of the World Wide Web, with websites like Encyclopedia Britannica and Google and Yahoo. Encyclopedia Britannica and so many others, people have more access to information than they ever have before. There is not a single governmental topic or historical topic or political topic that is not searchable by the general public. So what that means is
Three,
that
two,
it would behoove
one.
any government to inform the people of what is happening. Because if the people are not informed and they see something bad happening, like, for example, gang stalking, and they go online and do a search and they find information on it and they compare the information to what they're experiencing and then do as I have done and compare the information to past historical regimes, for example, Adolf Hitler's Schutzstaffel and Joseph Stalin's People's Commissariat of Internal Affairs, eventually you'll come to the realization that, yeah, gang stalking is a political problem. This isn't a societal ill. This is a political problem. And quite frankly, it's not right to throw people in the garbage can because you don't. We have the theory of creation, but ultimately, people don't know exactly how we got here, and quite frankly, we weren't meant to know exactly why we got here. Your faith in whatever creator you believe in will sustain you, okay? We don't know the science behind why and how people were created, but that does not have to stop you from living your best life. And quite frankly, if you are a government representative, okay, especially one bound by a constitution, especially one bound by a Bill of Rights, especially one that calls itself a constitutional republic, you should know better than to impose something like gang stalking on the people, because first of all, what do you think? We're not going to find out? I mean, especially a guy like me, I'll research anything. Of course, I'm the wrong one to do it to. So I believe I've demonstrated that, and I've also believed that I've demonstrated that I value my inalienable rights. What are inalienable rights? Those are the rights that are granted to you by God or nature. Now, I'll reiterate. If you can't tell me how I got here, you have no right to take my rights from me. I was born into this world by an act of either God or nature. My thoughts are my own. My life is my own. No person, company, or government can take your inalienable rights. Even if you are a government official, you have inalienable rights. Military people have inalienable rights. Law enforcement officers, public and private employees have inalienable rights. Unemployed people have inalienable rights. People incarcerated have inalienable rights. Regardless of your socioeconomic status, you have inalienable rights. Those are rights that are given to you by God or nature. If you're not my God and you didn't create my nature, then you have no right to tell me what the quality of my life is going to be. That is up to my own talents and merits. My talents and merits should determine the life that I live. And if my talents and merits are not determining the life that I live, and there's a third party, particularly a clandestine third party, that is impeding my rights and liberties, whether or not that third party is a company or a government is irrelevant. My constitutional rights of inalienable rights have been infringed upon, and that's not something I'm willing to tolerate. Now, who contributes to society? I'm sure that our federal, state, and local governments all have some idea of what it means to contribute to society. Typically, in the United States, you'll find something to the effect of a person who graduates high school and begins to work, or a person who graduates from college and begins to work, or a person who joins the armed services or another state or local auxiliary like a fire department, hospital staff, law enforcement officer. Uh, Maybe you work for a city trust, like you're a transit driver, or you work for the sewer and water department, or maybe you work for the parks and recreations department, or perhaps you start your own business and become successful that way, or you find another, or you volunteer, or you find another way to effectively pass your time. These are the kinds of activities that are typically seen in the United States as contributing to society, because in all of these occupations you are either paying taxes or getting ready to pay taxes. You're using your time wisely, and you're not infringing upon the rights of others. Now imagine trying to contribute to society and then you run into a gang stalking campaign. Imagine completing high school, imagine completing college, imagine trying to go and get a higher degree so you can further contribute to society, and you experience workplace mobbing on the job. The first time that happens to you, you might quit, you might get fired. It really depends on the circumstances. Then you go to the next job and you experience it again. Then maybe you try to go back to school and earn an additional credential to make you more hireable. You run into workplace mobbing at school. So effectively, what's happening is you are being forced out of the American societal mechanism by a government program. You are being forced to be an invalid person who does not pay taxes, who does not have a job, who does not have a degree, who does not have any ability to contribute to society. So, and then once you hit that plateau where you're unhireable because of workplace mobbing, and getting a degree is nearly impossible because of that, now you're forced to become the person that your stalkers want you to be. Someone who doesn't contribute to society. So it's not so much about a person who may be a violent felon or something, who you know can't contribute to society because of his criminal history. This is about a person who got up every morning wanting a piece of the American pie, a person who wanted to contribute to society, that was forced into a situation where he could not contribute to American society. That's the conundrum that targeted individuals face, and that is the conundrum that they must overcome. More on gang stalking to come at another time.